Just keep it simple and basic. You would get something out of this. See, it wasn't no rehabilitation when I was in there. Real shit. It wasn't no rehabilitation. It wasn't no place where you could sit down and gather your thoughts. Not in East Baton Rouge Parish Prison, I see. Welcome back to East Baton Rouge Parish Prison Stirs, I see. Huh? Welcome back. You see, my rehabilitation started when I walked through Central Booking. The shit I saw, it was unusual, it was strange. I saw dudes getting beat up on, pushed on, beat up, all kinds of things. And I knew then, it was a time that say, man, I don't want to be in here and I don't never want to go through this bitch. And it's a process that I keep telling people, you think it's just going to walk through that. No, these people move at their own time. Yeah. And I tell people, the best day that I ever really experienced, and it's real shit. And I'm going to tell you this shit because I want you to understand it. The best day I ever experienced of them all, it was March 12, 2012. And I'm telling you, that night there, I had all kinds of flashbacks. Flashbacks when I first went in there and learned about the phones. You know, about me picking up the phones when it flipped upside down. I didn't know that caused your ass whooping. I paid for that dearly. I didn't know about when the phones mean the same thing if they just hang it down. I paid for that shit. And all that shit started coming through my head. It started coming through my head. I'm thinking about the time I called home to my old lady that was cheating on me. And apologized to her. All that shit was coming to my head. Roll call, man, that shit was flashing me out. Deputy, I can't live me getting on the bars, all that shit, the ass whoopings, to taking my shit. You know, all that shit came to me. And that night there, March 12, 2012, you know, you're in Hunts. Hunts don't play by no time. They calculate it on point, and they make sure you out of there at the right time. I don't know what the fuck happened to me. I don't know how it happened to me, but it happened to me. It was thundering and lightning, and it was hard down raining and shit. I'm in there knowing it's about my time to get out because it's my out date. You know, I dressed out and everything. I put on all my blues. I put on my blue shirt. The bitch had the Hunts on that bitch. I put on my blue Wrangler jeans that they gave me. They provided for me. And I put on my work boots that they had also provided for me. Yeah, the state provides shit for you when you're working for free. Huh? Believe that. Based on true stories. So as I'm sitting down in that holding cell and I'm waiting, it's 12:03. You know, Hunts normally bring you in that bitch 10 minutes to 12. And they do shit on time and they perfect, but I don't know what happened. So as I'm sitting there waiting and shit like that, the lights go out. Lights ain't never fucking been out in Hunts, so all of a sudden you mean to tell me lights go out based on true stories. And as I'm telling you, man, I'm sitting and I'm thinking, man, this ain't right. Something ain't right. And I'm saying to myself, my rehabilitation was in my head, and it was starting, and it was hitting me. And I said, man, you gonna let me out this motherfucker? I'm ready to go. Ain't nobody answering me, and they looking past me. Then this guard come in that bitch, and he looking, and he walking, my heart beating fast, because it's me. I know it. I know that's my time. And as I'm sitting there, he said, Marlon Joseph. And it's a name, it's a word that you want to hear. You won't hear this shit when they say all the way. That's what you're looking for. That's how you know you're really free. And that's how I know I was free. And as I was walking with him, and the dude's telling me, man, you got another Joseph. I promise you, based on true story. As he's telling me, man, we're going to see you again. No, you fucking not, because you got life. I didn't have no fucking life, but you got life. How you going to see me and I ain't coming back to this bitch? And as I was walking out, it was raining and thundering and lightning and shit. I'm seeing it. The gates, big ass fucking gates. That bitch opening up. I meant my words. All the way up until this day. I took out the fucking clothes that they provided for me. God looking at me crazy. But I know I'm free. And I know it ain't no charge because I learned a lot from these fake ass inmates. These law librarians. You heard me? Lord, don't let them give me no time. But as I'm picking out my pants and then I'm spraying my boots and shit and I'm pulling all this shit out, I got my white muscle shirt on and I got my white boxers that the state also provides for you. And I have that shit with these white socks on. I got all the way out to my feet and I took that bitch and I kissed that ground. Believe me, real shit. I kissed that ground. And as I was walking on the other side, your freedom is the most valuable thing you can have today. And these kids today seem to not know that, how important that freedom is. And I can only provide you the shit that I went through. And I don't wish this shit on nobody. The beatings. I lost many fights. I've been picked on. But it was to this point, I was free of that shit. It didn't hit me up until now, 2000 and something, to start putting these stories out. Because I have a lot of them. But today, I see shit so differently. I don't use this shit as a crutch. Because I learned from my experience. Hand on hand shit. I took ass whoopings by my motherfucking self. You understand me? I did that shit. I cried many fucking nights when men handed me tissues I don't even much fucking know. But the intentions was you never know. I wrote many fucking letters. Looked to the gates many times while they calling mail calls, seeing if anybody go hit me back. When you put yourself in these situations, it's not that your family turned it on you. It's really you turning on your family. And I had to learn that shit. You know, if I could do shit differently, would I take that shit back? No. Because I'd probably be doing the same shit I was doing then now. Man, your freedom. Man, y'all stay tuned. I just had to bring something to y'all like while it was on my mind.